Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley and family. Listen, today the shout is the storm is passing over. Oh, I'm so glad to know that. And maybe that's a word for someone who's going through right now. Life has got you down because of difficulties and disappointments, perhaps because your heart has been broken by someone you thought you could trust, and yet they did you dirty. Here, let me tell you something. The storm is passing over. Troubles don't last always. The storm is passing over. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming in the morning. The storm is passing over. Tough times don't last, but if you've got faith, you will outlast what's trying to wipe you out and take you down. The storm is passing over. Rick, check this out. In football, there's the category or a stat that is called yards after contact, or YAC, yards after contact. It's a powerful piece because it talks about those running backs who continue to gain yardage even after they've been hit. And that's the word I'm giving to everyone today. The real test of your faith is, do you keep on going after you've been hit by the storm, after the struggle has tried to knock you down, but somehow you keep on going and you turn a negative into a positive? That is because you recognize the storm is passing over. And so that's the word of the day. Don't you give up. You keep looking up. And when you look up, you will discover and discern the storm is passing over. Hallelujah. Y'all have an amazing day.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Ricky. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 12 minutes after the hour. Y'all got the front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky, and happy first day of spring. The front page is brought to you by P&G Goodbye Gush Fears, thanks to Always Ultra Thin with rapid dry technology that absorbs 2 times faster versus the leading store brand. Hello, clean and comfortable. Always fear no gush. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. As a gang-led rebellion continues to surge through Haiti, the U.S. on Wednesday organized 2 helicopter airlifts from Port-au-Prince, evacuating more than 30 stranded Americans to the Dominican Republic. According to the State Department, the number of Americans that have reached out to the U.S. Embassy in Haiti through its crisis intake form was approaching 1,600. Gangs have laid siege on the capital's airport, reducing viable options for those who do wish to leave the country. In other news, Ricky, the first human to have a Neuralink computer chip surgically implanted in his brain demonstrated how he uses his thoughts to move a computer cursor around a screen to play online chess and toggle on and off to listen to music. Nolan Arball is paralyzed from the shoulders down due to a diving accident 8 years ago. He joined a live stream along a Neuralink engineer on X to show the public how the brain-computer interface tech works. And he explained that he simply imagines the cursor moving where he wants it to go. Mm-hmm. Amazing. I'm sure you're going to have more on that in our next Techie Tuesday, right?
Yes, it's amazing.
It's amazing, yeah. Lastly, Ricky, a 12-year-old had his first hangover. He accidentally was served alcohol at a Michigan Outback Steakhouse. Now, the preteen said he knew something was wrong because his drink didn't taste normal. The drink, a daiquiri, contained rum, and the youngster took a few big swallows of it before he got a funny feeling, saying his head started to hurt and his heart was racing. The restaurant apologized and comped the bill. I'm Maria Moore, and those are a few of this morning's headlines. For more news and updates, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Joker feeling a little bit tipsy this morning, man. The madness has started once again. March Madness is on its way, already happening. Shout out to the Grambling State University men's basketball squad to rally from behind to beat Montana State in overtime, 88-81. They punched their ticket to the official tournament that tips off today, and they'll face the number 1 seed Purdue Actually, they face them tomorrow. Tournament kicks off today, but they play tomorrow against Purdue, so that's going to be dope for Grambling State right there. We all know that Mike Tyson stepping back into the ring to fight Jake Paul July 20th at AT&T Cowboys Stadium. Great for boxing. I love it. He's 58. Jake Paul's 27. But Mike has taken us through his day-to-day workout trainings and has a message for Jake Paul each day.
It's day one. The fun just begun. Day two, I'm getting ready for you. Day three, you still want to with me? Day four, it was okay. But you don't know what you got in store, baby. You got to face the God of War.
Yeah, man. I love it, dog. Mike Tyson look good. I'm excited for this. I'm down for this, man. It's going down. That's my quick sports report right there. We got more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up next, man. Let's get it.
The hot spot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot and
that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's the bottom of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. The Recording Academy has announced the 2024 inductees for the Grammy Hall of Fame, which include iconic albums such as Lauryn Hill's The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction, and De La Soul's 3 Feet High and Rising. These albums, along with others from artists like Buena Vista Social Club and Donna Summer, will be honored at the inaugural Grammy Hall of Fame Gala and concert in Los Angeles on May 21st. The event, celebrating its 50th year, aims to recognize recordings that have made a significant impact on the music industry and cultural landscape. The diverse mix of music being inducted reflects the talent and hard work of the artists, songwriters, producers, and engineers behind these seminal albums. So congratulations to them. Meanwhile, Meek Mill has offered the city of Philadelphia 10% of his earnings in an effort to combat gun violence in his hometown. This initiative was announced following the tragic shooting death of Philly rapper Fat G's. While some criticized the move, others expressed support for the contribution, but suggested directing it towards community organizations rather than law enforcement. And similarly, Quavo and the Rocket Foundation announced the launch of the Spark Grants initiative, which will award 10 different organizations with $10,000 to minimize gun violence and spread awareness around Atlanta. The grants will be handed out to recipients on June 18th, which is also the birthday of Quavo's late nephew and Migos bandmate Takeoff, and lands in National Gun Violence Awareness Month. Now, applications from nonprofit organizations are due by April 21st, and then the $100,000 in total will be awarded on June 18th. The 10th winner will be selected by the public with voting and take place on the Rocket Foundation's website. That's pretty cool that they doing that to raise awareness for gun violence. Yeah, moving on. Yeah, they really do. Moving on, more artists need to actually try to get involved and help out with that. So, we can help reduce gun violence. Anyway.
Real quick, when my daughter got shot, it was COVID, so we couldn't go into the hospital. We were sitting outside. Every 7 to 10 minutes, a gunshot victim was pulling up at the trauma hospital, whatever the main trauma hospital in Houston was, and that was something crazy. I never seen anything like that, and I heard that it's like that at a lot of hospitals. Just wanted to throw that in. That's how bad it is.
Every 7 minutes.
Every 7 minutes, my daughter, mom, and I was sitting outside, and we were just literally looking at our phones, just counting the minutes, like back-to-back gunshot victims. Like pulling up ambulance, like for real.
That's crazy. Man, that's crazy. All right, y'all. Last but not least, Meg Thee Stallion has announced her highly anticipated Hot Girl Summer World Tour for 2024 with a total of 31 stops in North America and Europe, and Glorilla will be the opening act on all the U.S. dates. Pre-sale started yesterday, and the general on sale begins on Friday. The official poster promises the tour will be the hottest event of the summer. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note, but coming up next, we got Special K with the news you absolutely positively cannot use. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
You liar! I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, 14 before the top of the hour, y'all. Y'all give it up and show your love for comedian extraordinaire Special K.
Hey! Thank you so very. Wait a minute. No, you're not gonna. No, give me a real applause. Thank you. You're not going to do me like that.
Don't worry about it, man.
No, I ain't standing for it this morning. Thank
There
you.
you go.
I appreciate that. Give me my respect. Damn it. Now, what's in a name? What's in a name? We did a story yesterday about some bank robbers that was 11, 12, and 15?
Yep,
Something like
16,
that?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. See, the problem is how we naming these children nowadays. That's where we went wrong. That's where it went left. Because if you do the research and you think about it, back when kids had real names, we didn't have these crime problems. We didn't have gang problems. We didn't have these issues in schools. We didn't have folks in middle school robbing banks. But when we started with these, Super Dad, give me some different music. When we started with these cute names and these made-up names, that's when the problem started. That's when the issues came about. Names like Kawanius, Quatez, Trelonda, Sodarius, DeAndre, Dedrick, Davion, Charles Tavius, Marquisha. That's where the problem started. We got to go back to naming kids, Ricky, the way that they was named in the 50s and the 60s.
Absolutely.
Ain't no kid being fitted for an ankle monitor, running out of Family Dollar with a cart full of merchandise, being chased out of beauty supply with 18 bundles of weave and 6 wigs under their jacket with good names. I'm talking names like Harvey, Lamont. When the last time you seen a 3-year-old Kermit?
Right.
Rock T, when the last time you seen a kindergartner named Ozell?
Right.
A 5-year-old named Cecil.
Yeah.
A 1st grader named Stanley. Come on now. Ernest, Roosevelt, Harold, Herbert, Buford.
They ain't doing it.
Ain't no Buford nowhere in a probation office this morning doing a urinalysis.
I got an Uncle Buford.
Chuck, Odell, Clifford, Robert Earl. It ain't no
Melvin.
Robert Earl right now in the principal office for beating up somebody.
Melvin,
Jerome,
William,
Grady. Come on now.
Herbert,
Clarence.
Herbert. Ain't no women. And women.
Eugene. What about Eugene?
Come on now. Eugene. Come on now.
That's my daddy's
Eugene,
name.
Bandy, Anthony.
Ain't no Eugene getting his diaper changed right now.
Ernestine.
What about Pat, Bertha, Emma,
Yeah.
Flozell,
Yeah, and Pat is short for Patrick.
Gladys,
Yeah.
Agatha. Come on now. Myrtle.
Yeah.
When the last time you seen a 2-year-old named Myrtle? Mildred, Gert. Come on now.
Short for Gertrude.
Soon as Gert, if you name a baby Gert, by the time she get potty trained, she gonna know how to thaw out some meat in the sink. She be 2 years old.
Yeah.
She'll know how to take that roast, put it in the sink, and let that tap water run over it for about 8 hours to thaw it out.
You changing
Lucinda.
that pampers, and she praying for you at the same time.
Come on now, she know how to pray. You ain't got to teach her how to pray. She know if you got a baby named Lucinda, she know how to lead a Sunday school class at 4.
Yeah, and sing and know all the words to order my steps.
Come on now, Gloria, and know how to go to the store and pick out her own kitten heel shoes.
Yeah.
Sabrina, Phyllis. Come on, Maria, Phyllis.
Yeah.
The hell is y'all talking about? Y'all better start naming these kids the way that they need to carry themselves.
Carl, that's a good name too. Yeah.
Carl is
Mary.
a good name. Well,
Yeah,
that didn't go out so well.
Yeah, Richard.
Richard.
Rocky.
And you know what Richard also gonna be shortened to?
What?
Dick. Ain't no Dicks in trouble. Ain't nobody named Dick in trouble. The only bad dick out there was Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney is the only bad dick out there. Would you agree, Gary?
Black people know God, man. We've been through so much. We know God, and we always begging him for something. So, you know, we done forced a relationship on this man. Your grandmama been bugging him since 1802. She done prayed to him 400 times a day. You know, God got a prayer line, and when he hit and see the black people, he said, "Oh, Lord, here we go. Let me see what he gonna want now."
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Ricky, I don't know if you talked to Erykah Badu, but please call her, honey. It's being reported, y'all, that Erykah Badu is definitely, y'all, reaching out to Jay-Z, honey. They're saying she's very angry now. It's been reported that Beyonce saddled up, y'all, and unveiled her alternate Cowboy Carter album cover yesterday. And Erykah Badu is all fired up about it. They say she's thinking it's a full imitation of her. And no, she is definitely not flattered. They're saying, honey, she's telling Jay-Z, honey, you're gonna let Beyonce just steal my look like this. And they're saying she's accusing Beyonce of copying her signature beaded bob hairdo. With so much as a thank you, she said, prompted Erykah to post, y'all, and repost the image, y'all, with a mockingly curious caption. Now, fans, especially Beyonce's, immediately took note of Erykah Badu's allegation of a style jacking. Now, Erykah said to Jay-Z, she said, Jay-Z, please say something. You gonna let this woman and these damn bees do this to me? She said, in fact, the Beehive is so riled up, they're saying Erykah switched from IG to X, where she urged Jay-Z out to come to her rescue, posting, say something, Jay-Z, say something. You're just going to let this woman and these bees do this to me. And they're saying that it's a tough position for her to put Jay-Z in, because y'all got to remember, honey, that Beyonce is his wife.
Wait a minute. Is she signed under Jay-Z's label or something?
Hell no, not Erykah. Beyonce is copying Erykah's look. This is the second time, and Erykah say, just call me.
It's the beaded bangs. It's the braids with the beads at the end. But Peaches did that in the 70s. That's an old 70s style that Erykah brought back. She didn't originate the bead bangs.
Yeah, but Beyonce not taking it from her and then doing that new album cover, honey.
But if I don't think she started that.
She didn't.
Yeah,
even Stevie Wonder had that.
Yeah, well,
Donna Summer had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably just joking around.
Yeah, she probably just joking, Gary. Don't do that.
You know how
she'll
silly
call
and
up
fun
here
she is.
And then you get on started. She call up and then she start roasting me, and I ain't even say that. You know she gonna come right on the morning show and start roasting me. Don't do that.
But that's your good buddy, honey. They say Erykah also targeted Beyonce last year, y'all, over hats that she wore during her Renaissance tour, which she also thought ripped off her style. Now they're saying so Mount Badu's, honey, been ready to erupt, and it seems, y'all, that Cowboy Carter is definitely the trigger. So, well, Erykah, if anybody's listening, honey, tell them Erykah to call, because we need to know why is Beyonce doing this to Erykah. We love Erykah, and Erykah created that style for the new generation. So those other girls, y'all talking about may have done it back then, but Erykah brought it back, and now Beyonce's copying. So I don't care what y'all
messy as hell.
You trying to clean that up, because you know she called up here, she gonna go in.
Well, she needs, honey, because I'm tired of taking her look, honey. Anyway, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Monica, baby, is setting the record straight, and she responds, y'all, to Ray J's remark. Now, they're saying in the midst of that speculation and chatter surrounding the potential tour involving Monica and Brandy, Monica has stepped forward, y'all, to address the public discourse. Now, they're saying, particularly in response to the remarks Ray J made, honey, taking to Instagram, Monica delivered a direct message to Ray J. She told him to stop speaking on her in public. Now, they're saying the saga began when Ray J publicly advocated for a joint tour featuring Monica and Brandy. However, Monica took issue with the manner in which her name was being talked about in the media without any formal discussions or contracts being presented to her. She said, Ray J, I'm kindly asking you to stop speaking on me in public. Now, Monica wrote on IG, a private conversation would be both necessary and respectful. Brandy is a legend, she put. She's one of the one with an extensive catalog that I deeply respect, and honey, a voice sent definitely, y'all, from heaven. So please allow this to remain positive and beautiful. Neither should open. We should give someone else that opportunity and co-headline a massive shared stage if this is to ever happen. Any further convo should be private, Ray J.
Right,
She said,
I agree.
Yeah, she said, I've been repeatedly contacted about interviews where my name and tour possibilities are being discussed, honey. So, well, but I thought it looked like Ray J was just trying to be nice, huh?
They don't need his help, because Ray J got a lot of stuff going on with him, and they don't want to be attached to that.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that tour is going to happen, they want it to happen without any confusion, and he just don't need to be in the middle of it.
Yeah. So, Brad,
let that tour happen. And what she say, her and Brandy, and they do a co-headline tour with another artist?
Yeah, they would have an opening act. They would have an opening act, and they would do it. Yeah.
That would be packed. It would be packed. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of like escaping SWV.
Oh, yeah.
You go see that show. They both headline. You want to see both of them. They all got hits.
Yeah.
Right.
So no one is bigger than the other one? Is that what they're trying to say? No.
It's better that it's like that. I don't think it should be like nobody's better than the other one.
Yeah.
They start comparing stats and stuff, and then it just become a big old mess. Like, they both amazing groups. They sold a lot of records. They great in their own right.
Yeah.
And then they all come out on stage at the same time at the end and give a grand finale and stuff like that. Is
and
great.
they're icons to the new generation of singers now. There's that,
Do they have that in comedy? Do y'all have that in comedy? Anybody?
What? No.
Okay. All right. The color of the day, honey, is one of my favorite color. My color of the day is desert flower. On the high end, you say desert flower, and on the low end, you say beautiful peach, shade of peach. That's your color for the day.
Oh, that's beautiful. Y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I got your wake-up calls. Get in the 8669. Rickey, here we go.
Here we go. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Get it together. Woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes. Go with be better. Be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. Come on. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from? So come on and just wake up.
This is Clark Fort Lauderdale, and I want to wake up my nephew, Bo. Wake up, wake up, wake up!
Yeah, this TK calling from Fort Lauderdale, man. Y'all wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. This is Mia Mills from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I want to wake up the Millers, Tracina, Ryan, Ilea, Elise, Isley, and Eileen. Wake up, wake up, wake up!
Wake up, wake up, wake up. This is Marvin Nero.
Good morning. This is Bonnie from Sarasota. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Listening on your radio. Gang of cities tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Because we gon' let them know. Let them know then. You at Portland, wake up. Wake up. In Charlotte, wake up. In Raleigh, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey.
Come on, Baltimore, wake up. Wake up. In Nashville, wake up. Indianapolis, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right. I appreciate that, Brent.
You welcome, Rickey.
Gary, good morning. Are you okay? If anybody missed the clip on yesterday, there was an issue with breakfast. Give us a recap, Brett, what happened yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
Gary with the food, Gary buying breakfast.
Oh, man. He decided
he
was going to
throw stuff at you.
Buy everybody breakfast, but we couldn't add nothing. We couldn't add a biscuit. He said it had to stay under $60. If anybody wanted anything extra, poor Taylor, she just wanted to get some extra sausage in her omelet, and it was like an extra $1.20. He was like, "What? What you got to get sausage for?" She wanted some bacon.
Didn't you get mad at her because she got two meats?
Two meats. Yeah. Like
now, and when you say under $60, he said under $60 for 5 people.
5 people.
Yeah. So just to be clear, that's not per person.
It's a muffin each.
And this is a once a year. This is a once a year thing where he eat off us, and we buy him breakfast and
all the time.
And
he never buys it for us. Never.
But when he do, he gets
it's
real.
So many stipulations. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
I couldn't even get no orange
tense.
juice. He wouldn't even let me get no orange juice.
Yeah,
we all had to drink water.
No condiments.
Yeah.
It's real personal intense when he buy breakfast. It ain't like enjoy. I love y'all. It's just real tense, and it's like he's nervous. He's shaking. And he come in here with the bags and stuff. He's smiling, but why your nerves be so bad, Gary? What's the problem?
Because y'all
we got a therapist on with us this morning to see what's going on with you. The fact that you blessing us with some food, but why it have to be so tense? What happened back in your childhood?
Well, because first of all, we don't know when it's going to come again. I did not know when we was going to get food and money again and get a treat. Like I told y'all once before, when I was growing up, my mama bought 2 boxes of cereal. We had sweet ones and we had non-sugar ones. So honey, we had to finish the damn non-sugar ones first before we were able to eat the sweet ones. My thing is this.
What?
What?
Was it fruit rings, or did she buy Fruit Loops?
No, we were able to get Fruit Loops, but we had corn flakes. And my thing is this, honey, with y'all, I'm not gonna let y'all sit here and take all the little money I have. I put limits to it. You're supposed to put limits to it.
We don't put limits to you when
because
we do stuff for you.
But y'all know I'm different from y'all. Y'all know that.
Oh.
Y'all
we
all
know
got
that.
y'all all got people. Y'all know I'm by myself.
Did this come out of your income tax check or the Dish Nation check that you do every day? Or the
it
radio
came out,
check?
yeah, because it sure didn't come out the one I get from you. But yes, it came out from the Dish Nation one.
But you let us know you did get a few little extra coins. That's why you was able
to do y'all breakfast yesterday. The Lord put it in my spirit.
But you got way more than $60, so you could have just.
You think I'm gonna try to eat up all my money?
It was like 30 times more.
But
than
it don't matter, honey.
$60.
You getting a limit. I'll give you a limit. I gave y'all a.
We don't give you a limit.
Cause y'all hell got money evidently.
But you walk in here every
like
day
me.
in Louis Vuitton this and Balmain that and Prada and Gucci and everything.
It don't matter.
A brand new Burberry jacket.
It don't matter. If y'all think I'm gonna give y'all all my money that's gonna be gone damn it in 10 minutes down the drain of
We're
Georgia.
not taking your money.
Why offer it?
Why
Well,
put
no.
stipulations on it? It becomes like not a blessing anymore or not nice.
No, it becomes y'all are not grateful.
We are grateful, but
we on the radio arguing about it right now. What was supposed to be a blessing, and we got a therapist on Spirit this morning. Spirit, what's wrong? You think something wrong with Gary or something wrong with us?
Listen, Gary is saying boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. And what he learned a long time ago is that if you don't put boundaries on people, they will run over you. So he had already decided. Listen, he told you guys, he said, but it has nothing to do with you guys. He said he learned this when he was a child. So, Gary, where did you learn that if you don't put boundaries on people, they are going to run over you? So your line is a firm, hard line. Where did you learn that, love?
And we didn't even call the word boundaries because we didn't know that word back when I was growing up. But my mama made it that way, honey. This is what y'all going to eat, and this is it. So, and this is what I'm spending. We're going to eat these cornflakes and these damn sweet cereal. Once one gone, you get to eat the other, and that's it. That's why now today I buy 3 boxes of cereal because I buy what I want to buy and eat because I couldn't do it growing up. Coming here with these people buying them breakfast, y'all not going to eat up all my money. Here's your bound. Here's your limit.
We don't do that to you, though.
Yeah, but y'all didn't grow up with boundaries, evidently.
But you know what? This is a good lesson. This is a good lesson that I'm learning from you, Gary, about boundaries. Because when I take photos for you for social media and when I help you book your flights, and I looked online, like the value of that per hour for a personal assistant is about $39. So I put together an invoice because I need to set boundaries as well.
No,
so
you do it for the kindness of your heart. That don't have the same thing to do with it.
So what didn't come from the kindness of your heart?
But this came from the kindness of my heart. But if you let people eat food, and I say, okay, I'm buying y'all breakfast, y'all gonna order every damn thing you dreamed of. So just before you do that, I'm telling you what your limit is.
How much you think people gonna order?
Well, just in special case, you waste stuff. Y'all
but it's the
always
same thing when we do things for you.
But
Shouldn't it go both ways?
First of
no,
all,
it should not go both ways.
When you needed a clothing rack and you didn't have enough clothing racks, you said, Brad, I'm going to need another one. And they was like $150 per clothing rack.
Again,
and then $250. And then you said, Brad, well, I need another one. So I got you like 3 clothing racks. So your clothing racks
do y'all know how important this conversation is? Do you understand how important this is? Do y'all really understand how important this conversation is? It's so important. We about to go to commercial. Hello. I don't know. We all came to work today except for Black Tony. I don't know what's going on. Supposed to be here.
Nothing new.
Text me earlier. What's up?
Hold on, son. Hold on.
Come on.
Hold on, son. Cuz, hold on. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to get these damn birds up out of here.
Birds out of where?
In the house. My cousin. Man, my
Sound
cousin
like at the Botanical Gardens or something.
Nah, my cousin left the damn window open all night, man. These damn birds done came up in here. I can't leave up out here. My grandma was scared. Man, my grandma,
you could have came to work. You should have left the window open and came on to work. I mean, Rocky got birds in his house.
That's why the bird came in there.
I left my window up. Birds all in my house. I got pigeons, wasps, everything. Birds in everybody's house.
Daddy, my grandma, they locked in their room. They won't come out because they scared the bird gonna get them.
Bro, that's not a good excuse not to come to work, man.
It's 3 birds up in here. I'm trying to get up there where they at.
What kind of birds?
What kind? The bird with wings on it.
I mean, they got different kind of birds, like a pit bull, like they got different kind of a poodle or a rottweiler. What kind of birds?
It might be a pigeon or an eagle or something. I don't know what the hell it is. Hold on.
So you got an eagle in there?
It's one I'm trying to get right. He up here by the ceiling fan. Hold on, I'm finna climb up on this thing.
How big is it? Is it an eagle or like a falcon?
Hold up, I'm finna climb up here. Hold up.
got hit by that ceiling fan got you.
I'm gonna call you back, Shouter.
What happened? Hello?
People have been complaining that when you pray for them, they're kind of distracted because you sound too much like Denzel Washington.
And they told you that. But they didn't come and tell me. That's the problem. Everybody is skipping over me. If you have a problem with me, you can tell me.
Do you know anybody who maybe is a little less distracting?
Well, what about Dave Chappelle?
Lord, please help. They need you. Your children is dying, Lord. Please. They need healing. They're going crazy. They're losing their minds. Ah!
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Kanye West. Kanye, y'all, he's opening up, y'all, on his special connection with his mom, y'all, through his oldest child. Now, they're saying that the Grammy winner mom, Miss Donda West, died back in November 2007 due to complications after a cosmetic procedure. Now, nearly 20 years after her death, Kanye believes, y'all, that she speaks to him through his 10-year-old daughter, Nord. And they're saying that the omission occurred when, Yeezy reflected on a moment when he and Nord were collaborating on music. He said, quote, I remember sitting with Nord in Italy and playing her Back to Me and asking her, what do you think about this line in the middle of the song? And I was like, do you think I should change this? And she's like, it's a good song. Sometimes I feel like my mom speaks through her, Kanye said. He also said that she likes, it's a good song. And she said, this is just a banger. Like, you got to say what you feel. A lot of times when you go into whole Jesus, devout, level religious, you have thoughts in your mind and that you hide in them from yourself. He said Nord at least isn't just giving her famous dad feedback, but she's also, following in his footsteps with her forthcoming album, Elementary School Dropout. So isn't that nice? And stuff like that. I believe that and stuff like that because I feel it happened with me with my daddy. The day before my daddy died, I went in the room to talk to him, and he wasn't coherent, but he was still alert, and I never get, and I hugged him, and my daddy held me so tight, I started screaming because I know what was going on. Oh. And I called my mom, and my mama came in the room to see, see what he was doing or whatever and stuff like that. But I think he transferred his strength to me because that's why I helped my mama so much. I think because I'm doing what he would have done. Yeah. So I think that's really, that could happen,
Were you screaming because you were scared or you just...
I was shocked because he wasn't, both of them, because he wasn't coherent. He was just laying there with his eyes open, and he couldn't talk and, and couldn't do nothing, but I guess he was still, He
could still feel you.
Yeah. And, and that's what it was. So, congratulations, kudos to Kanye, because I do, believe that somebody can transfer their strength and you can go through another person. So.
And being a father has changed him, I think, for the better. Yeah. You see the positive sides of him when it comes to his children.
Yep, he loves his kids, honey, even though their mama might be a different story. But anyway, all right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, Wendy Williams' son, baby, Kevin Hunter Jr. was served, with an eviction notice to vacate his beautiful luxury Miami apartment. Now, according to page 6, they're saying Kevin was served with another eviction notice after failing to pay his February rent. Now, he only owes $4,317.
He can't pay the rent? Are you serious?
Rent, yeah. They say after failing to pay his February rent, they said on page 6, obtained a copy of Kevin's lease, which was signed back in September of 2023. Now, they're saying Kevin Jr. agreed to pay $3,713 a month for his beautiful one-bedroom apartment. And he also paid more than $7,000, y'all, for a security deposit. Now, they're saying subsequent court documents obtained by page 6 shows that the eviction case is dismissed. Kevin Jr., who works as a club promoter, apparently paid his debt. Well, good for him. But in 2022, they said a judge evicted Kevin Jr. from a $2 million Miami apartment after he failed to pay his $70,000 in back rent, y'all. Now, at the time, they're saying Kevin Jr.'s rent was more than $10,000 a month. My God. And you see, he was living off his mom. That's what they're saying, too. That's why he didn't get that guardianship. They said that's why, because, honey,
she allowed him to have that because that's her son.
Yeah, but, honey, now, honey, at that time, but, honey, you can't pay that now. Who pays, well, I ain't going to say who pays $10,000 a month for rent, but that's a lot of money, though. And he's a young man, a young child. That's a lot to be paying. Now, poor Wendy, living in a home or whatever.
Is he doing anything like in terms of a business?
They say he's
working?
a promoter. You know, they all become promoters, honey. Yeah.
They do not all become promoters.
Yeah, well, he's trying to promote with her. He needs to promote his dad and his stepmom, honey, and put that baby on the market. Anyway. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, Vivica A. Fox, baby, Vivica Fox is still on the market. Oh, Ricky, this is to say, oh, Maria, y'all listen to this. They say Vivica is still on the market, and she's tired, y'all, waiting for love. Now, she did a recent interview, and they said Vivica, 59, admitted, y'all, that she's had bad luck with men over the years. She said, quote, I wish I could say that I'm seeing someone special. She said, I really do. But Vivica said that she's given up, y'all, on using dating apps to make a love connection. Now, she said, quote, I believe in the magic of chemistry to look across the room and someone catches your eye and gives you butterflies. Plus, people lie on them apps. She said, so no. And she also said that the two last men that she went out with had some surprises for her. She said, my motto is live, love, laugh. I just wish, honey, I had a lot more loving going on, y'all. Poor Vivica.
I help her spend that car share money.
There you go.
I help her practice them commercials, Gary.
Okay. Lord, poor thing, honey. Yes, between her and Ice-T, is it Ice-T, honey, and them doggone commercials, honey? I don't know.
I'll be acting like Ice-T. We be in that buck naked. Before we make love, we'll do that car share commercial. Lord, it's just. But you know, she said though the key to longevity is versatility. She said you have to keep evolving. She said don't just do one thing. She said build triple threat. She said you're only going to be the hot piece of a certain amount of time. So where are you going next? She said, are you going to produce? Are you going to be a writer or a director? She said go into those different chapters gracefully. So congratulations to Vivica. I hope she found a man. What you said, Special K? You said you would like Vivica.
No, I said Ricky and Vivica. That would be a nice. You should hook that up, Gary.
Yeah, they both single too. Yeah, and you know,
probably require too much. That'll be a lot for me. I mean, she's nice. Yeah.
And I think a lot of times when people want love, they focus too much on the fantasy and the fuzzy feelings, and they don't understand the importance of building a friendship with the person. If you want it to last, if you want real love, you got to be friends with that person.
Now you got to be best friends.
You have to be absolutely.
Woman to talk regular. I can be in dinner. How's everything going? Yeah. How would you always like to come in the bedroom and make
dramatic
love?
mode, right?
Yeah. I don't know if I can do it. I done had though. I done been on some dates with those. How's everything going in your life? So proud of you. I've been watching coming here and following your whole career.
And they be thinking you gonna like that.
Making you want to say cut.
Okay. I'd be like,
No, you want more of a round the way girl.
I'd be like, ain't gonna be able to do it. Ain't gonna be able to do it.
We love Vivica. Congratulations. Hopefully Vivica find them. I don't know why Felix is acting funny with
sweet love to me all night long.
Oh no, I hope not. Oh God.
Spank my ass.
The Kahlua today is one of my favorite Kahlua. My Kahlua today is desert flower. On the high end, you say desert flower, and on the low end, you say peach. That's your Kahlua for today.
Spank my ass.
Oh,
I'm gonna get on my damn nerves.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show is Women's History Month, and today we are honoring a woman that turned Urban One into the iconic media powerhouse that it is today. Y'all, please welcome our founder and chairwoman, Miss Kathy Hughes. Good morning. Hey, Miss H. What's up, Miss H?
Everything is wonderful.
I gotta say, congratulations on the success of this year's Urban One Honors. It was a fantastic show, Miss H. Tell us about it.
Well, you know, one of the things that a few years ago, I was contacted by Terry Lewis of Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam fame. His wife Indira and I are friends. And they said that even though Talon, their son, had graduated from USC with his master's, that he still had a year of eligibility and that he wanted to play for the Howard Bisons. And so since I've been blessed to have, the School of Communications named in my honor, I was able to pull a few strings and get him in. And so we had that weekend, that Saturday, Howard does this thing, honorary captain of the day for the team, and you start off in the morning with the film breakfast, and then the films, and then the pep talks, and then the warm-ups and all that. So I spent the whole day with the basketball team. So the next day they said, well, why don't we get together and watch Urban One Honors with you? And I said, oh, please do. Terry Lewis told me that one of the reasons he speculates that award shows are losing popularity and audience is because their sound is not good, and that the sound is like an motion picture on a television award show, that it needs to flow, it needs to engage. Terry Lewis told me that Urban One Honors this year had the very best sound he had ever heard on any award show. And so I cannot tell you, after feeling we had done such a great job to have the great Terry Lewis, and he asked me for the name of my music director. He called my music director, and then he called Michelle Rice, the CEO, another powerful woman who's making history as our CEO of our, two cable networks, and told her that it was the best. He said, I have never watched an entire award show. He said, because the music always loses me. He said, I have watched your show twice now, and it is because of the quality of the music. Awesome. Is that incredible? And that was on top of the best lineup I think we had ever had. I had the opportunity to say to Alfred publicly on television how much I respect him, how much I appreciate what my son has done for the company that started off as a dream for me when I was only 8 years old. It's so hard to get your second generation to embrace your dream and then to take it to a higher level, and that's what exactly Alfred has done. So I was so proud. Frankie Beverly came to the after party and danced for 2 nonstop hours. All we played was his music. And, hey, we had to loop it because, Frankie ain't got a lot of variety. Frankie was one of the few artists ever to record music who did not have to have a lot to maintain his top status. And I'm so glad that we opened the door. He cried afterwards that evening sitting next to me at the after party. He said, no one's ever honored me, Kathy. And so now that door has been open and others are coming forth because Lord knows Frankie Beverly deserves it. Dionne Warwick had the highest ranking docuseries on CNN on New Year's Day. Just so many things that took place that was, Donald Lawrence, in my opinion, is comparable to Quincy Jones, only he's in the world of gospel and classical. And most people do not. It's funny because people said to me, oh, I love his music. I didn't know who Donald Lawrence was. We were able to do some things for some individuals, and this year's involvement of the HBCU students just warmed my heart. So thank you for asking me that. That has to go down as one of my greatest accomplishments that I had nothing to do with.
That is so beautiful. Good morning, Miss Hughes. This is Maria Moore, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all of the contributions that you've made and the example that you've set for women, especially women in radio. I started radio as a young single mother, and whenever I doubted myself or wasn't sure that I could do this, you were just a constant reminder to me, and what you've built and the opportunities that you've provided for all of us here. We just thank you, and we're so grateful. You talked about...
We still doubting you, Maria.
Oh, thank you. Well, only you, Ricky. Only you.
Ricky. This is Women's History Month. Be respectful.
Yeah. But, Ms. Hughes, you talked about how you're proud of your son, Alfred, and what he's done for the company, but a lot of that has to do with how you raised him as a mother. And I want to ask you, of all of the years, all of the decades and the evolution of Urban One, what would you say is a lesson that made the most valuable contribution to your success?
I think that you have to learn. One of my favorite lectures, because, I do master classes now, that, hey, once you get past 70, they call you a master and ask you to do classes. Number one question is, how'd you get that old? But I think that one of the things that we have to learn is when to turn over the reins of authority and power. One part of the lecture that I give in this master class deals with how our parents want to leave us their house. By the time they die and leave us the house, we don't want their house. We don't want to live in their neighborhood that they refuse to move out of, okay? We don't need it. We need it when we're young enough to do something with it. And I realized that's what transpired in my company, that I was able to still fulfill my commitment to my community. I was still able to do my community work and not have to worry with the responsibility of hiring you, Maria, or hiring Rickey Smiley and negotiating his contract, because Alfred took care of all of that. Okay, and the most valuable lesson is when we realize that we have done a good job, God has blessed us, we got to get out of the way, because people bring fresh ideas. But so often, particularly when you're a single mama who done reared a child or children by yourself, it's kind of hard to turn over the combination to the safe to the same Negro who lost the keys to the front door on numerous occasions. On numerous occasions.
Now, Ms. H, we're grateful for the opportunity. Let everybody know, about Urban Honors and when it's going to air again, or information online so everybody can make sure that they watch it.
Yeah, exactly. It's our best. It is our very, very best. And anytime Sherry Lewis says it's the best music he's ever heard on an award show anywhere, I mean, I couldn't believe he was going off. He said, I've watched it twice. I've never watched. Okay, so the music alone is a masterpiece, and the artists and the individuals that we honored. Yeah, so please go online and check out when it's going to air again. If I can take this opportunity, and thank you for allowing me to come on with you all, to pitch, we have got to vote. Our future is in jeopardy, and I'm surprised that women are not turning out, not walking to the polls to vote against this oppression, this loss of rights that women and people of color are experiencing. It's just perplexing to me. We lost the referendum twice in Richmond to give almost $1 billion to the Richmond community, employ thousands of individuals who are presently on welfare because they didn't go to the polls. I do not know what this brain fog is that we are experiencing, but particularly women. If women do not go to the polls and vote to help reverse this oppression, and so many people are having primaries in May. It's critical. There's a primary in May in Maryland for a sister who has been the county executive in Maryland. Before that, the state's attorney. This woman has an incredible track record. And yet there's a white male running against the sister who has spent $23 million in advertising.
Yeah, Ms. H, they trying to keep black women off the ballot, if I'm not mistaken, in Harris County in Houston, Texas. All these ladies are running for circuit court judge, and it's not fair, Ms. H.
Oh, it's crazy. Sheila Jackson Lee in Houston, Texas. No sister, okay? She and Maxine, they're only Barbara Lee, it's a handful of the veteran members of the House of Representatives. Those sisters have been there constantly for us. This sister ran for mayor, which would literally have been a step down, and she was defeated handsomely, just demolished. What is wrong with women not understanding that we have got to, accept the fact that women more often than not do a better job in these elected positions? When are we going to understand and accept the responsibility for the fact that it's not going to change? Women are the mothers. We're the grandmothers. We're the aunties. This country is not going to change until we make it change. And for this battle against black women in leadership positions is crazy. And sisters are more worried about, what Beyonce is doing. Beyonce is probably one of the greatest entertainers ever to have lived, but she's not affecting your daily life. The only time she affects your daily life is when you got to spend $400 to buy a ticket to see her great talent. Okay, she's not effectuating change that directly impacts you and your children. I don't understand this. Okay, instead of, the support that we give our entertainers, Why don't we give that to a Sheila Jackson Lee? Why don't we give that to a Angela also Brooks running for the U.S. Senate in the state of Maryland? We have got to wake up before it's too late. Our children are being gunned down in the streets and incarcerated for the minor offenses, just like 100 years ago. We're going through the same. We are repeating the history of a desperation and destitution of our people that we've already lived through. And yet women are sitting around. So, I just appreciate you allowing me to push this. We got to vote. We do not have a choice. We have got to vote this go round. We cannot let this go down. This country put the Japanese in concentration camps after the war. And there is a plan that my generation, when I was in my 20s, everybody was walking around talking about the King Alfred plan. The King Alfred plan, interestingly enough, is concentration camps for people of color. If we are not careful, we are going to wake up and find ourselves victims of a plan as crazy as the King Alfred plan. That's when I was pushing this movie Origin for people to go see how this country really views us. And so anyway, I just had to put that plug in because I am really, really frightened and dismayed about how we are not allowing particularly women of color to come into their full fruition of leadership, particularly in the political arena. Okay, end of sermon. Thank you. Now pass the plate, Ricky.
Yes, man. Y'all give it up, show your love for the one and only Miss Kathy Hughes. Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, so I had somebody talk to me yesterday, and he was like, man, Jeff, I don't think I'm voting in this next election because I don't, he's like, I can't see myself voting for Donald Trump, but I don't trust Biden. He said, I don't really trust anybody that I see running for Congress or the Senate in my state. And so I just don't feel like it makes sense for me to vote. And I'm like, listen, man, I'm not one of these people who's going to shame you for whatever your decision is. I just want you to think about it differently. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there are very few people on the ballot where I have the ability to vote that I like. Like, these aren't friends of mine. I don't necessarily trust them to do anything beyond what they've already shown me they're going to do. I'm not looking to go out to have a drink with them or dinner with them. But, Rick, what I know is 3 things. I know, 1, laws are going to get passed. I know that money's going to get spent. And I know that judges are going to get appointed. Now, I ain't got to like them, trust them, want to go out to dinner with them, have a drink with them to know 3 things. Law's going to get passed, money's going to get spent, and judges are going to get appointed. And so I need to make sure that the money that gets spent at least has the opportunity to get spent on more of the stuff that positively impacts my family. I need to make sure that the laws that get passed, even if they don't serve me, Rick, don't kill nobody that I love.
Right.
Or rob the people that I love of the stuff that they need. And I know that I want judges, because I got a lot of folk in my family that's going before judges, that at the very least see people for who they are versus decide who people are before they ever open their mouth or hear anything about their case. And so I'm like, those 3 things, bruh, those are going to happen whether you turn out or not. I got to make sure that I have a say in who's spending the money, who's appointing the judges, and who's passing the laws. And so I just hope that we would sometimes just be more intentional about how do I not take myself out this game. The game is flawed. The game is rigged to some degree. But in many cases, I can still make a difference in it by at least not letting somebody else speak for me when I got the ability to speak for myself. And so what I hope what we do is stop letting people tell you got to be excited about somebody, you got to trust somebody, you got to like somebody. No, you don't. All you got to do is know money's going to get spent, laws going to get passed, and judges are going to get appointed. And it ain't got to be the perfect, mystical, magical person that's going to do everything that you want them to do, who you like, who you love, who you trust, who you want to be like, who you admire. You got to know that somebody's going to be in there, and they're going to what? They're going to spend money, they're going to pass laws, and they're going to appoint judges. Don't you want some say, at least, in how the money's getting spent, how the laws are getting passed, and the judges they're going to appoint? We got to talk about this more, Rick, because I just see people getting doped even by thinking that they got to like, trust, love, or admire somebody in order to cast a vote that's in your best interest, not in your perfect interest. Let me know what you think. Hit me at Jeff's Nation on IG. Would love to hear what you think, how you feel, and if this even makes sense to you.
I just would personally like to see the Biden administration start expressing more of what they have done that where black folks benefit from. That's a segment that we really need to tackle and probably get the president on. Jeff, let them know how you can be reached.
Y'all hit me at Jeff's Nation. Here's the thing, Rick. Whether they do that or not, money going to get spent, laws going to get passed, judges going to get appointed, bro.
Today, I'm really excited. Help us open up our morning show when we took over for Tom Joyner. And today we're talking to a renowned gospel artist and radio personality. You may know him from his recent #1 song on the Billboard airplay called Trusting God. Y'all give it up and show your love right now for James Fortune.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you for having me. Always a blessing, man.
Hey, James, I owe you an apology. That day when I saw you driving through baggage claim, I promised to God I did not recognize you. Charge it to my mind and not my heart. I thought you was Rock T. I thought you was Rock T.
It's a light skin thing, dog.
I thought you was Fantasia's husband. I didn't know. All y'all look like y'all come from the same tribe.
You say light skin, bald head. Nah, it's all good. I figured you know who I was. I was passing by fast. I just honked at you, but I appreciate it. It was good to see you.
I just waved and didn't show no love. I'm like, I had no idea. It didn't hit me until I got down to the light. And I was like, oh, man. I called Pastor Mike. I said, man, please call him and apologize. Tell him I apologize. I did not it didn't hit me. You know what I'm saying? Your brain be going, man. I'm so happy that you on this morning, man.
And thank you.
You always make great music and stuff. So what does it, let everybody know, based off your song, what does it mean to trust God?
You know what? It's amazing that you asked me that, because when me and Monica worked together, we did our first song 10 years ago, Hold On. And so with this song, Out Here Trusting God, I wrote it because she's like, James, we need to write another song. And I was like, well, I sent it to her. And she was like, man, she's like, this just really hits where I am right now. Because see, trusting God is not something, the Bible says we walk by faith and not by sight. So we're always trusting God. But what I love about it, Ricky, is that the Bible speaks, we always talk about write the vision, make it plain. It says the vision has an appointed time. That means that you have an appointment, that a lot of times we can get frustrated as we're trusting God because it doesn't happen. But one thing about having an appointment, when you walk into a doctor's office and you know you have an appointment, even though you're in the waiting room, you can wait with expectation because you understand I have an appointment, which is different than being a walk-in. You hope they get to see you. But when you trust God, you say, you know what? I know that it's an appointed time. It may not happen in my time, but in God's timing. And I think that's what trusting God is all about, because it's not just about trusting God, but also trusting God's timing.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I love that. So James, I noticed when Ricky introduced you, he used that L word, legend. How did it feel the first time you were referred to as a gospel legend?
You know what? I was like, because the thing is, I'm a pastor's son, so I kind of grew up in church, so things like that were like legend sound. We're like, I'm gospel, I'm church, I'm ministry, but it's good to be honored and to be, celebrated for what God has given me. The talent, the gift that God's given me. Every song I've ever written, God has really given me. So I just always give glory to God, and it's a blessing after 20 years to still be doing this and still having #1 songs and to be tied for the most gospel #1 songs in history. It's truly a blessing and an honor. And I'm just humbled.
All right, you better go through them stats, boy. Thank you.
So James, humbly speaking.
So James, now you collaborate with artists of different genres, like Waka Flocka and Monica. We know Monica.
Yep.
So now, how do you maintain a religious tone with secular artists? Because you know how the church people, that's secular.
Right.
And Waka Flocka shows secular. So how does that?
A lot of times you have to, first of all, Monica, I know her personally. Like, we've been friends for a long time. And in Waka, I just had a chance to just meet with him, hear about his testimony. And I've always been one, become all things to all people. You can it's called borrowed influence. So there's some people that know Monica who never heard of me, but by us being able to do music together, they can be touched by the gospel. And people who know Waka who never heard of James Fortune, but when they hear the song, they may listen to it for him and then get the message of Jesus. So for me, it's being able to be that bridge, and it's not so much crossing over, but taking the crossover, being able to say, you know what, I'm willing to go outside the four walls, outside of just doing music with gospel artists, so that we can reach more people.
And James, let everybody know where they can find you most Sundays.
Oh, Rock City, Birmingham, Alabama. Pastor Mike Jr., that's my pastor. Man, such a blessing. I've been with him almost 5 years now, but we're online streaming every Sunday, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube and Facebook. Shout out once again to my pastor and gospel award-winning artist as well, Pastor Mike Jr., who has really, really just been a blessing to my life.
Ain't that something to go to church and your pastor is also a gospel award-winning artist? And what is that like on Sunday? You know what, I'm coming next Sunday.
Right, you gotta come on, pull up on us. You need to, please. But this was what's crazy though. When I got there, he wasn't a gospel artist. So this is everything that's happened musically has happened, within the last 4 years. That's how amazing his career has been. How God has really favored his life, because he wasn't an artist. Now he had Big. He let me hear it. Man, that's an incredible song. And he had a couple other songs. I got it, but he hadn't put anything out yet. So to see it all kind of happen, and him being able to manage, being a pastor as well as doing his music and everything else that he's involved in, has truly been a blessing. I'm excited for him, and he's really been speaking into me. So as much as he shared the testimony of how I blessed him by introducing him to some of my relationships, man, he's been life-changing for me and for my family.
Oh man, y'all make sure y'all go and check out his album, Worth It. Make sure you check out this album, Worth It, with his hit song Trusting God, with you and Monica. Man, thank you so much. Let everybody know how they can follow you.
Yes, follow me. You can get me on Instagram, Mr. James Fortune. That's Mr. James Fortune. Also on Twitter, it's Mr. James Fortune. And on Facebook, the official James Fortune page. And I appreciate the support. Man, thank y'all for having me. It means so much to continue to help get the word out. Trusting God with me and Monica is out right now.
Yes. Let's go. Hey, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna play it first thing in the morning when we start out the show. That's what we're gonna open up with. And thank you for everything you've done for us when we first took over this job. When Tom Joyner left, you came and you did a live performance for us, and I will never forget it. And I really appreciate you, man. Love you. Y'all give it up and show your love right now for James Fortune.
Thank you. Love you. Thank y'all so much, man.
Love you too, dog. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 27 minutes after the hour, front page right here. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's what's happening in news. So when Jeff Johnson was on, Ricky, you were talking about how Biden's administration should talk more about what they are doing. And here's some news that came out this morning. President Joe Biden will announce today that about 78,000 public service workers will have their student loans forgiven by his administration. The workers, which include teachers, nurses, firefighters, and others, have dedicated their careers to serving their communities, Biden said in a statement. Now, get this. Debt cancellations will bring his administration's total forgiveness to about $144 billion, with a B, for nearly 4 million Americans, according to the White House. So that's good stuff right there. In other news, Ricky, Gen Z is facing an early midlife crisis, in part caused to their constant exposure to social media. The U.S. Surgeon General commented on a global well-being survey that found that 15 to 24-year-olds are increasingly less happy than older generations. He believes allowing children to use social media is akin to giving them medicine that was not proven safe. Now, he's calling on urgent legislation to reduce harm to young people from social media, including limiting or eliminating features such as like buttons and infinite scrolling. Some grown folks are struggling with that as well. Lastly, how do you manage your emails? Are you an inbox zero kind of person, or do you just leave thousands of them unread? Currently, I have 1,051. How many unread messages do you have?
I got like 16,000.
16,000.
I did not get on there.
I got 20.
Isn't it crazy? Like, how much information are you? You're a zero kind of person, Beyonce. That is so hard to do, to zero out your inbox.
I have to.
Yeah, well, there's a study that says leaving all your emails in your inbox is likely to lead to stressful situations.
Well,
it ain't stressing me.
Really?
It's stressful to read them all.
Yeah, well, If that's you, here's a reminder to clear out
I'm
your
looking
inbox.
right now. I have 9,832 emails. Like real, for real.
What if there's one important email in all of that? Like, how do you find it?
They better text me or call my mama.
Or call my,
Come on now.
Go to the booking
I'm
agency.
going to sit up there and read all that stuff, and I wish people stop emailing me stuff that don't concern me.
Thank
or,
you.
Or something that I'm not interested in. I don't need to know the details of every single little thing. It drives me absolutely crazy. Ain't no way my brain could comprehend all that information.
Yeah, it is
Hell
too
no.
much.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm Maria Moore, and those are a few of this morning's headlines. For more news and updates, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Right to what you got in sports.
Let's talk about this March Madness that's already taken off in the men's college basketball tournament. Shout out to Grambling State men's basketball squad to rally from behind to beat Montana State in overtime, 88-81. They will face the number 1 seed Purdue on Friday. Big ups to the HBCUs out there, man. We all know Mike Tyson stepping back into the ring July 20th at Cowboys Stadium. He's going to be fighting Jake Paul. Mike is taking us through his day-to-day workout training, and he's got a message for Jake Paul after every single one of his workouts.
It's day 1. The fun just begun. Day 2, I'm getting ready for you. Day 3, you still want to with me? Day 4, it was okay. But you don't know what you got in store, baby. You got to face the God of War.
Yeah, dog. Let's go, Mike. Let's get
Lord.
it. So, funny story, man. Toronto Raptors rookie Grady Dick and Orlando Magic rookie Anthony Black did a jersey swap after they played each other and took a picture. And if you guys haven't seen the picture, go to my Instagram right now at RockTHollow.
Oh, my God.
Check it out. This picture broke the internet, and the rookie, Grady Dick, was asked about the situation, and here's what he had to say.
That's my guy. No, actually, I've been playing with him against him and with him, around middle school days. So that's been my guy for a long time. And guys jersey swap with their boys. So that's my friend.
So go to my IG.
I'm just glad the other friend Big didn't get on the other side of me.
Go check it out at RockTHollow on Instagram and tell me what y'all think.
Oh, my God.
What you say, Rick?
All of a sudden, Gary's into basketball now.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
What'd you say? Their friend Big didn't get on the right side of them. And all three of them had their jerseys up. Oh, my God. That would have been about as awkward as the T-shirt Special K was trying to sell at the Tampa Improv with nobody buying.
Yeah.
Had the initials to
it said, I'm a funny and great comedian.
Yeah, just had the initials, though, with nobody buying them. Brett, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning.
You just caught that.
It says Special K, I'm funny and great. But I had it.
Good morning.
Just the initials. Go ahead, girl.
Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Don't start, Rock T.
T-shirts.
Well, y'all, back in December, Kanye West tweeted a request to Nicki Minaj in the hopes that the song that they recorded in 2018 called New Body could be cleared for his New Vultures album. And it has since been leaked, and fans love her verse. However, Nicki Minaj did not give the green light to release the song. She said on a live stream, not the snort. Regarding Kanye, that train has left the station, okay? No disrespect in any way. I just put out a brand new album. Why would I put out a song that's been out for 3 years? Come on, guys. Now it's being released that Nicki Minaj's female rap friend Ice Spice actually recorded a verse to replace Nicki's verse on the song New Body. Now, it hasn't seen the light of day yet because her team has been blocking its release. And now fans are frustrated and feel like Ice Spice betrayed Nicki by recording the verse. One fan even commented saying, I hate that Ice Spice has shown her hand. Going against the queen will be the demise of her career. You don't get in the game and make a move like that. It's not about being scared. It's about being loyal to the ones that are loyal to you. And this is why Nicki is the way she is. Well, there's that story. Moving on, Jonathan Majors is being sued by his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari, and assault for assault and defamation. In the lawsuit, Jabari alleges that the abuse started as early as 2021 and cites various incidents, including Majors throwing her into a shower wall and assaulting her in London. Wow. Jabari also claims that Majors verbally attacked her and even strangled her at one point. These allegations
chasing him.
I thought
on the video?
so. I thought he was just trying to get her back in the car. I don't know. These allegations were previously discussed during the trial where Majors he was convicted of misdemeanor assault and harassment. Well, Jabari is now suing Majors for defamation, claiming that he tarnished her reputation by denying the physical abuse allegations in interviews. Majors' lawyer has stated that they are preparing counterclaims against Jabari. Why don't this lady just go away? He already got in trouble
He
for
done
whatever.
lost his career.
That's what I'm saying. What else do you want?
My God.
And I'm like, dang, you on the video chasing him.
Right.
You chasing him. So what do you...
She obsessed.
Tarnish your reputation. Who are you? Like, come on, man. All right, y'all. We going to wrap up the hot
video
spot.
turned her reputation by chasing him.
Yeah, like, we don't even know you. You've totally killed his career,
Thank you.
his reputation, his everything. What else do you want? My goodness. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got the Praise Mixdown with the White Stone. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.